What we are talking about is the reality which arises and experience an object. Even the object does not appear at all. But there must be that reality. Otherwise, nothing is there. But it's there unknown as its nature is that which experiences because there's no understanding of the characteristic of just the pure moment of experiencing, not talking about the object which is experienced, in order to understand its nature as that it just arises and experience. That's why the object does not appear, but a reality which is there is not known as its ajitta, but no understanding at all. But there must be something there because it's different from moment of being fast asleep. At the moment of being fast asleep, nothing appeared at all. But at this moment, before seeing what is there, there must be the reality which experiences an object which is not seeing. And then there are conditions for that object to experience that which impinges on the eyes. That's why it arises to experience that object in order to understand the characteristic of the pure citta, the chief of experiencing. It experiences from moment of birth, non-stop, from moment to moment, different object is the object of its function, experiencing what is there. Otherwise, nothing can appear at all. But it's so very, very subtle that no one think about it. Just think about the object which is seen and the nimitta of things, people around the country and so on, dream about that. And then another moment after seeing and the thinking about that of scorn, there must be the reality which experiences an object before hearing. And then there's moment of not that one to arise, but it condition the experiencing of sound which impinge on the ear base and keep on in processes on and on and on until it's not the object through the sense door and mind door. It's there. That's why understanding the truth of each moment as it is in life, only different conditions for different moments to appear, to perform its function, and then gone. And what are those moments with attachment, aversion, and right understanding, and so on? They are in that which arises and experience the object. This is just to be uh, what to be considered carefully in order to understand the nature of that, which now is that what we are talking about. But it's not the object of understanding as clear as it's developed to that degree yet. But this is the moment to understand that which experiences an object besides other things, Yatasikas and Rupa and so on. Learn to understand until it appears to be understood, to be experienced clearer, little by little, to letting go the doubt about the truth of it, even it's there. When it does not appear so clear, there must be doubt about it. That's why we learn just from moment to moment to get closer to understand the reality which experiences the object, even at moment of seeing, hearing, smelling, tasting, touching, and thinking. If we don't talk about it, how come to understand its nature when it sees and hears and thinks and like and dislike? Any moment there must be the reality which just arises and experiences the object. Otherwise, other reality cannot be there at all. And this is the world, no matter when, what is there as a chief so powerful in its function to experience the object as the chief of experiencing, to be conditioned for thinking and considering, creative, and so on, create such and such from what is seen and heard and thought about, and gone, never to return at all, not even in memory, like previous lives or previous days. Like now, never to return, just hear more, consider more, understanding a little more. What is that can be understood when there is more considering, very careful, very wisely to understand the different moments now. Seeing is not hearing, is not thinking, hidden until it appears a little clearer with a little more understanding, begin again to move closer and closer to the truth of it right now. Patience, because it's so true. What else can be known? It has to be this moment only. And it's gone with ignorance on and on, again and again. So it takes quite a long time with viriya and kanti, adidana, nekama, and so on, satya. Otherwise, akusala is there, ignorance, and all kinds of akusala. So we can talk about any reality because they are there when time comes. Or just one reality begin to appear a little bit, like hardness now. It's there, not known as a reality because it's known as something, but in truth, it's there only when it appears. Is that true? When it does not appear, where is it? You think that it's there, but in truth, it falls away even before it disappears when we does not experience it. Having confidence of the truth that it can be known because it's there, that which experiences what is the object right now. No matter what appears, it appears because it's the object of that which experiences it.
Ajahn, I'm so glad you talk about it because you said if we would not talk about it, we would not know. So that's why it's so useful to hear again and again about the same things.
And this is parami. It takes quite a long time. And right understanding is so truthful, so true to the truth. How much understanding, and it begins to develop so very little unknowingly, how much from moment to moment developed, accumulated to understand a little more of whatever object we don't know. But there must be the reality which experiences and the reality which cannot experience. That's all.
But it's hard to know the difference. Even we heard a lot about it, like taking it for something you explained before. But I think we can never hear enough about it.
So now, understanding that what is the world, what is there, only what appears through eyes, ears, nose, tongue, body, and then thinking about those objects, mind or process, that's all. From moment to moment in life. accumulated, lots of what are there from moment to moment, kusala or akusala, and other realities. Otherwise, how come to have attachment to such and such objects? Some is so much and some is less by conditions. So they can be patient no matter in what situation. Not to be a kusala or not as be very strong kusala. It depends. And even it's so strong, what about the accumulation of right understanding? It can be there, understanding, no matter what is there, less or more, no matter of what kind of reality. So natural, just learn the nature, the reality. No one there at all. It's the way it is. But there are kusala and akusala, understanding and ignorance, attachment and not attachment. And right understanding understands whatever is there, little by little, stage by stage, hearing the words about it, the truth of it, consider whether it's true or not. And right understanding is there when it's so true. What is wrong is wrong, what is right is right. No one there at all. Any moment is there to be understood. No need to look for it because it's there already. So very close that it's not known. And we think that we can understand that which is far away. But can anything be far away from 6 star ways right now? So close. And now it develops gradually, unknowingly, the understanding of what is there, little by little.
So close. I think this is the topic that Alberto brought up last time, because the seeing at this moment is so close. But as Nina mentioned at the start, we can think about the words about seeing. We can think about the words about what is seen, but it's not close like the actual seeing at this moment when it appears, or the visible object now, which appears. So I think this is the meaning, just what appears here and now, right now. It's close in this sense. Otherwise, if it's just the words or just what is in the book, it's not the reality that is close.